Have you ever had one of those days where your brain just will not cooperate? You wake up, open your phone, scroll for a few minutes, and suddenly your mind is foggy, your motivation evaporates, and ordinary tasks feel agonizingly boring and incredibly hard. You might think you lack discipline, but here is the brutal truth. Your brain is not broken, and you are not lazy. Your brain's dopamine system has been hijacked. Every time you check a notification or swipe through a feed, you are training your neural architecture to seek constant, effortless novelty. Over time, your brain builds a tolerance, meaning you need more and more stimulation just to feel normal, which makes the slow, quiet process of hard work feel like torture. But what if you could flip a switch and get your focus back almost instantly? Today, we are breaking down the 3-minute dopamine fast. These are ultra-short, physiological micro-habits that reset your baseline and rewire your brain for hard work. Stick around for the final step, because if you miss the ultimate dopamine anchor, you will just fall right back into your old scrolling loops. Let's get into it. Step 1. The cold shock reset. 10 seconds. The fastest way to snap out of an unmotivated slump is physical temperature. Go to a sink, place your hands under cold running water, and breathe deeply for 10 seconds. You can also splash cold water directly on your face. This instantly activates the mammalian dive reflex, which sends a powerful, urgent signal to your brain that something new is happening. It jolts you out of your passive autopilot mode and snaps your mind directly into focus mode. Step 2. The visual breath reset. 20 seconds. When you stare at screens for hours, your brain gets trapped in a cycle of passive visual stimulation. Break it by squeezing your eyes tightly shut for 10 seconds, then opening them wide. This simple hard blink resets your visual dopamine loop. Follow this immediately with 10 seconds of targeted breathing. Inhale for 3 seconds, hold for 3 seconds, and exhale for 4 seconds. This exact breathing pattern lowers cortisol, calms your nervous system, and increases dopamine sensitivity faster than a long meditation session. Step 3. The do-nothing void. 10 to 30 seconds. This is the strangest trick, but it is brutally effective. For the next few seconds, do absolutely nothing. No fidgeting, no checking your pockets, no moving. When you introduce total stillness, your brain briefly panics, but then it quiets down. This breaks the overstimulation cycle you get from constant content consumption, giving your dopamine baseline a rare moment of silence to recalibrate. Step 4. The micro-win completion loop. 1 to 2 minutes. Most people think dopamine is just the pleasure chemical, but it is actually the anticipation and achievement chemical. Your brain releases dopamine when it detects progress, meaning action comes first and motivation follows. To trigger this, create a micro-win that takes less than 2 minutes. Send that one email, close your open browser tabs, or even just sit up and fix your posture. Completing a tiny action closes an open loop in your mind, flooding your brain with a natural dopamine hit that increases focus and optimism for the harder tasks ahead. Step 5. The Dopamine Anchor. 10 seconds. This is the final boss of the 3-minute fast. When you feel distracted or heavy, pause and ask yourself out loud or in your mind, what is the one thing I want to feel right now? Maybe you want to feel motivated, clear, calm, or energized. Name that exact feeling and focus on it for 10 seconds. This immediately activates your prefrontal cortex, the logical decision-making center of your brain. Instead of letting cheap digital dopamine pull you around by a leash, you take control of your dopamine system and give it a specific emotional target. After 10 seconds, your thoughts sharpen and the heaviness of the day lifts. You do not need to rely on exhausting willpower to get things done. You simply need to engineer a better system. The next time you find yourself paralyzed by brain fog or digital distraction, remember that you are only a few micro habits away from a complete mental reset. If you're ready to stop fighting your brain and start working with it, hit that subscribe button and stick around for more. A lot of people don't realize how much their past is quietly shaping their future, but the moment you become aware of it, that's when things start to change. Stay sharp, guard your focus, and I'll see you in the next one.